I'm literally filming this in my car because my entire family is home right now. I feel like I can't talk super freely when my walls are so thin. So I'm in my car right now. It's currently very rainy, but I wanted to talk about this like thing I've been doing for the new year that I've been very consistent with. It's called going boy sober. Yeah, I hope you enjoy. I guess the first thing is like, what is boy sober? There's different definitions to it. My definition of boy sober is basically like not, it sounds so dumb if I say it like this, but like not leading any guys on. So what I do in order to be boy sober, these are my like 4 or 5 rules that I have. So the first one is like no 1v1s, which means like I don't hang out with any guy, like singular. I don't hang out with a guy one-on-one. I feel like it sets it up for like the wrong impression, the wrong idea. And I mean, I don't know, like I know in the past, I honestly think I've only ever really hung out with like maybe 4 guys like alone that weren't related to me, obviously. I feel like every time that I did hang out with those guys alone, like I always gave off the wrong idea, and it was probably my fault. So that's one. No one-on-ones. The second one is like, I think that the right way to say it is like, God will bring you somebody. God will bring you like your husband, your wife, whatever, your girlfriend, your boyfriend, whatever you want. I don't know. He will bring it to you at the time that he knows you need it. And this is the other thing. God has your life planned out, whether you like it or not, or whether you acknowledge it or not. He has your life planned out exactly how he wants it. Like, there is absolutely nothing that you can do that's gonna mess with his plan. So like, you might as well just like give it to him. Like, you might as well just give up and just let him have it, because it's gonna go his way, one way or another. That's like my second rule. Really, I don't really flirt with guys. Well, I don't really know how to flirt. I don't really text a lot of guys. I don't really snap a lot of guys. Before anybody comes after me for my snap score was 1.5 million 2 years ago, and it just hit 1.6 million like 5 months ago. I have also had it since 2015. Any guys that I do snap, I have like a genuine like friendship or relationship, like, you know, just not giving random guys attention, like that's not helpful at all. And I think the fourth one would probably be having standards listed out for you and not going against them. I'm going to explain why I went boy sober, and then I'm going to explain why it should be something that you consider doing, and then I'm going to explain how you can apply what I just said. I'm currently trying to get a thumbnail right now. My face is not really liking me trying to get a thumbnail right now, so why did I go boy sober? I feel like this is a really obvious, such a basic answer. Okay. Up until I was 18 years old, I never dated any guys. I had only been alone with one guy before I turned 18, or before I started like dating somebody. Like, we didn't even hold hands. Like, I had my first kiss when I was 18, even though I totally lied about that, because I was so embarrassed that I didn't have my first kiss yet. But I had my first kiss at 18. Like, I held hands for the first time at 18. Like, I was very, like, malnourished, but like maltouched, if that's... I got into my first relationship when I was 18 years old, and honestly, I feel like those like who say really bad things about their exes, like, honestly, I don't even refer to them as my ex. I literally only like refer to them as like, oh, the person I used to date. So I feel like ex is such an icky term. No matter how it ended, I just feel like it's such an icky term. I don't know. That being said, they were literally like first lots of things. Glad it wasn't everything, but first lots of things. So yeah, and then broke up. Like, if that wasn't already a given. The breakup, I would say, was like sudden yet anticipated. There was a lot of stuff that I needed to be better about. I can't change anything that the person did, but what I can do is look back at myself and be like, girl, you were weird, you were crazy. Sorry if the angle like keeps changing. There were so many things that literally this time last year, I was like pressuring for literal marriage. Like, Gavin, I just realized my golf clubs are in the back. I was pressuring for literal marriage. Thank God it didn't happen. Thank God. But I think in the back of my mind, I knew something bad was gonna happen. And I wanted like a legal document. Which is crazy. Like, that's crazy. But it was like my way of being like, I don't know. For me, like, I was so overdramatic in a lot of ways. Can't change anything about what they did. I can change a lot of things and like apply it to the future of what I did. After the breakup, I was crushed. With that being said, my heart was shattered. And whatever, you live, you move on. It was so for the best. And honestly, I thank God every day that happened because my camera battery is about to die. Are you kidding me? I was like a shell of my human being. I was more vulnerable to guys' attention, which is key in talking about all of this.
Okay, another disclaimer. The pettiest thing I did was literally like drop an Instagram follower. Like, I wasn't horrible or anything. I also just want to say that I don't have a roster. I don't have anybody in the lineup. I don't have a lineup. On top of all of that, it's not like I offer a lot. Like, I don't offer much. The mentality is more the point of it all.
Guys are like sharks, and when there's blood in the water, meaning when they smell heartbreak, they're gonna be there. It's hard going from somebody that you see every single day, talk to every single day, that you say good morning and good night to, having none of that. Like, it's so hard to go from boiling hot to ice cold. So hard to do that and not to like make mistakes in that, because I definitely could have been a million times better and I could have dealt with things a million times better, but I didn't, and we're here to move on and live from it. But that is where going voiceover comes in. Voiceover is literally like the best thing you could possibly do for yourself, because what it does is it shows if a guy's like, hey, I really want to take you out on a date. I literally tell every guy that's ever asked, I started this New Year's resolution that I don't hang out with guys one-on-one. And either they're gonna A, say like, oh, okay, like thanks for letting me know, and dip. Which, okay, cool, that wasn't my future husband. You didn't waste my time, I didn't waste yours, we're chilling, I don't care. Or they're gonna pursue you more. And that to me, signs of like a godly man, signs of like my husband. And I'm sorry, either marry me or leave me alone. I personally, I'm not looking for an in-between. Marry me or leave me alone. I cannot go through this again. I'm tired. By doing this whole voiceover thing, it's really shown me like how much effort guys will actually put into you. And they will, when it's somebody that they truly like. And it doesn't mean that you can't like still talk to guys. It doesn't mean that you can't still flirt with guys. Like, it's whatever you want to do. But I strongly, strongly, strongly suggest to not hang out with any guys.
I mean, one-on-one. It's different if you want to hang out with guys like in a group. I do that all the time. Okay.
I've been doing it for almost 5 months now, like start of the year, and I was like, I'm not hanging out with any guys now. Like, I truly just want to work on myself. And everybody always says that, like when they break up, they're like, I just want to work on myself. Not saying that's what like was said to me. I'm just saying, like, everybody always says that, and then they pop out with either somebody new or a hoe phase. Like, whatever, to each their own. I don't care. Genuinely, if you want to actually work on yourself, these are the steps to do it. Stop hanging out with guys. Stop giving guys like the wrong kind of attention. Stop pursuing somebody who's not pursuing you. And especially if it's like just a waste of time. Like, don't get it. Why would you waste your time? Which again, I feel like comes back to my whole thing where I'm like, I was pressuring marriage so much because I didn't want to waste my time. And what did I do? I wasted my time. Yes, I learned a lot of lessons, and yes, I know now like what I want in somebody and what I don't. And yes, I know now to not act the way that I always did. However, I wasted my time, and I didn't need to do that, and I wish I wouldn't have done that, and I could have done a million things different. But I'm telling you, if you truly work on yourself the way that you're supposed to, truly like stop putting affirmation and your validation into a guy or a girl or whoever, your life will significantly get better. It is the law of attraction. The moment that you stop trying to attract things, everything becomes attracted to you. My camera battery died, of course, when I was getting like the most passionate about this topic and everything. Currently, like 2 days later, I tried to wear the same thing. I tried to like do my hair the same. So if I look kind of different, that's probably why.
The mascara on my eyelids are literally driving me absolutely nuts watching this, so I'm so sorry.
But anyways, giving up and being like, you know, I don't care, I'm gonna stop trying to force everything to go my way. And that, I feel like, is when everybody becomes more attracted to you. I just feel like God's intentions line up so much better. The other part of this whole thing too, I truly don't feel like you should get to know somebody in a one-on-one situation. Like, currently, like, pretty against the whole 1v1 thing, and that's why I like don't really do it, because I don't feel like you get to know somebody. Listen to me when I say this. Anybody can bluff their way through a 1-hour interview, and ultimately going to dinner together, going on a dates like one-on-one, it's an interview, and anybody can lie their way through it. I'm not trying to be judgmental. I see like some of the things that people repost, I'm like, but you're not that person. Anybody can bluff their way through a 1-hour interview. I feel like I see the most. I see how people truly actually are in groups of people, which is why I'm like, no, I won't hang out with you one-on-one, at least for the first time.
I also just wanted to throw in here that either we're dating or we're not. There is no in between. There shouldn't be an in between. You're either dating or you're not. There's no talking stage or situationship. They either like you or they don't. If they like you, you'll know. If they don't, you'll be confused. The second thing is you need 2 things in a partner: character and chemistry. You cannot have one without the other. You cannot have one without the other. Trust me. Trust me. Because if your partner has character, but you don't have chemistry with them, that's boring. How are you going to get turned on? If they have chemistry, but they don't have any character, then they're a crappy person.
The last thing that I wanted to say, when you go to the grocery store when you're hungry, everything looks good. You're going to overeat, you're gonna buy things that aren't good for you because you're hungry. Love and lust, dating and feelings and all of that stuff. I feel like it's so much like this. When you're going from hot to cold, you automatically want to go back to hot. You want to feel them again, obviously, because you're missing out on it. You miss that feeling. When you're hungry for love, you're going to look for all of the wrong things because everything looks good, because all you want is to suppress the feeling of hunger. All you want is to feel love again. That's not good. Take a break from boys, girls, whoever you're interested in. Take a break. Not trying to crap on guys. I love guys. I have so many of like the best guy friends in the world. This does not apply to any of them. One of the things that I did, I wrote out an expectation list, expectations that I have. And it's long. But I wrote out this expectation list, and like I said, it's long. Like, not everything. Nobody's gonna fill up like everything. And if they do, then that's my husband. But the first one, literally the first one, has a strong relationship with God. That's a no-brainer for me. I have not seen that in a partner yet. I realize how genuinely dire it is who has the same allegiance to God as I do. It's so important to have somebody be on the same page. The second one is waiting until marriage, even if they haven't always. That's another one that are like really a big deal to me. The last 2 are literally crack my back and give me massages. So obviously, like, not all like super serious. So that was one thing I did. Also, God may say, Gavin, like, you're never gonna get married. And honestly, I'm okay with that. You're never gonna have kids. Okay, I'm okay with that. I will adopt 2 girls and move away and start a Christmas tree farm. Like, that's my dream. I don't need a man. Would love one eventually. I don't need one. Nobody needs a man. I hope that you enjoyed. I'm literally sweating like a pig in here. Thank you so much for listening to me ramble and vent and rant. I hope I like helped you out a little bit, and if not, I hope you laughed at me, had fun doing that. Blessed day, blessed week, month, year, life, all of it. Salute to the Packers.